This recipe takes pulled pork to the next level. It's an Asian-inspired pulled pork burger, but the slaw, the kimchi slaw, just tops it off. Kimchi slaw pulled pork burger. Welcome back to Wok Wednesday. I'm Jeremy and I'm here at School of Wok, London's premier Asian cookery school. Like any classic Asian dish, we're going to start with ginger, garlic and spring onion. I'm going to roughly chop it. I'm actually going to blend it all up because I make the marinade nice and quick that way. Now for a Korean-inspired dish like this, you need a lot of garlic. I'm just bashing the garlic and ginger, and then I'm going to place all of this into the blender. Spring onion. This is all nice and rough and ready. And then we've got this Asian pear. And because it's going in the blender, I'm just going to keep the skin on everything and cut round the core. Roughly chopped. The pear obviously has great sort of natural sweetness, but a Korean or Chinese pear also has a little bit of sweet sour flavour to it, but that is not the ultimate reason why we use this. We use this because it really sort of helps to break down the meat and make it softer and softer. I'm going to slow cook this pork shoulder and it works a treat for that. I'm going to add some liquid to this so that we can blitz it up nicely. We've got some mirin and some sake. The mirin, sort of that sweetness of it really works with the pear, and the sake is a slightly less sweet Japanese rice wine. 3 tablespoons of brown sugar. Some light soy sauce to balance out that sweetness with a bit of saltiness. And then some sesame oil and sesame seeds. And sesame seeds add a real great flavour, sort of nice sort of nuttiness to this, but also a little bit of texture. So what you got to do now is blend. It's always good to have a little taste test. I want this to have a nice balance of sweet and savoury. Ooh, garlicky. A little bit on the sweet side for me, so I'm going to add some light soy. Now you could just, ooh, that's better. Now you could just grate the Asian pear, but I'd like to blend this because I'm going to cook it kind of almost like braised first before we then whack it in the oven. And I want that sauce to be a sauce and actually bubble up and caramelize a little bit. I've got this lovely bit of pork shoulder here. And I'm just going to, sort of, for the most part, keep it as whole as possible. But I'm going to use the fat to sear this pork. So I'm going to place this excess fat into a cold, so thick-based pan. And I'm going to bring that up to heat. Medium to high heat's fine. And as it comes up to heat, the fat's just going to start to sort of render out and drip out. I'm going to use that fat to then sear this pork. The pork itself, I'm going to pour this lovely marinade right over the top. And the longer you marinate this, the more flavour you're going to get into it. To be honest, I'm just going to show you guys straight off and cook it straight away. That's where I stopped. Whoa. I mean, this looks and tastes and smells delicious already, and I can't wait for a few hours' time. So as I say, the longer you marinate this, the more flavour it will get in. But, I'm slow cooking this anyway, and there's loads of flavour in this. So I'm just going to sort of cook it now. And I like to sear that marinated pork shoulder first in that fat. Leave that extra marinade because I'm going to pour that over the top once my pork's been seared well. At this point, you should have enough fat in there, and there's quite a lot of fat in from the marbling in the meat. So I'm going to take this chunk of fat out so it doesn't go over sort of fatty. So I'm just turning this because you get a quick sear on this and a lovely caramelization quite quickly because of the sugar in that marinade. Great colour. Now we've got this great colour around all the pork, and we're still on that sort of medium-high heat. I'm going to pour this excess marinade right over the top of that. And for me, this sort of initial braise will make a real difference to the finish of this dish. I want to get some colour and caramelization on this marinade before I add some chicken stock and then let it cook nice and slowly in the oven. Once your marinade has got this sort of thick, dripping, sort of almost slightly gloopy texture, you want to just top that up with some stock. Chicken stock, veggie stock, whatever stock you want. If you don't have stock, just use a little bit of water. I'm going to bring that to a boil. I've got my oven preheated at 150 degrees C. I'm going to pop it in and without a lid, just let it sort of bubble away slowly for at least 3 to 4 hours. The longer you let it cook, the more you're going to be able to pull it. So I'm going to make a quick slaw. Some carrots, some Chinese leaf, a bit of onion. I'm peeling my carrots so I can get nice thin slithers. Finely slice your onion. I don't like to use too much onion in my slaw. Half an onion should do it. Then a couple of leaves of Chinese leaf. Again, as fine as you can get it. So I'm just going to sort of roll the leafier bit up. It just makes it easier to grab hold of. Now I've got some shop-bought kimchi here, really easy. And I'm going to actually finely slice this and then use this bowl with all this kimchi juice, that liquid, to mix with my Japanese mayonnaise. And just from that combination of two ingredients alone, you'll get a great, quick and easy Asian slaw. Japanese mayo. Give that a mix around. I'd rather this sort of be more kimchi flavoured than mayonnaise flavoured. The Japanese mayo has this slight sort of sweetness to it. So I'm going to have a little taste of this first and see if I need to balance it out with any salt or soy sauce. Oh yeah, got a good bit of sour. I'm going to add a little bit of light soy sauce to that. And then all that can get mixed in. You get that lovely sourness from the kimchi. So you don't really need any lemon juice or anything like that. It just works a treat. Quick and simple. Look at that. And this has had about 4.5, 5 hours now. And you can see how lovely this is and soft it has become. Just sort of melting into this sauce. And that sort of bit of marbling from that shoulder joint just really helps. And I quite like cooking it without covering the pork because then the sauce and the liquid just reduces down over that long, slow cooking period. And you get that perfect caramelization. And you can just mix it all in to the sauce directly. Oh, I can't wait to compile this. Just gonna add some coriander to my slaw. Then my lovely toasted brioche. Make sure it's generous, you know, this is home cooking, guys. A few crispy fried onions over the top. And there you have it. Proper Asian style kimchi coleslaw pulled pork burger. The ultimate moment of pulled pork truth. That is genuinely delicious food. If you like delicious food and you like making a mess, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ding, hit that notification bell, and we'll see you soon.